Hi there. I want to introduce myself as a Richmond marketing professional and just tell you a little bit about myself. So I basically work with local businesses in Richmond. That's kind of been my bread and butter. I was a previous business owner. I've owned businesses for years, and I really have enjoyed the marketing aspect of how do I get business? How do I get more customers in? How do I make the business grow? And for a lot of business owners, marketing feels like this, right? You're just burning money. You don't know where it went. You have no idea whether it worked or not. You just know I spent it and I don't have anything to show for it. And you probably tried or thought about marketing in terms of SEO or pay-per-click or blogging or maybe I need to send emails or, social media, Facebook ads, something like that. You probably thought about it or tried it and lost money on it in the past. But the thing is, no one really understands the struggle bus of being a small business owner, right? Oftentimes, it feels like we look just like that, like a bus that is just broken down, basically. It's all those things that keep you up at night. Am I going to make payroll? I'm working too many hours. I can't see my family. I've got burnout. There's never enough customers. I have 1,001 things that I needed to do yesterday, and how am I going to get them done tomorrow? Are my employees doing what I need them to do, and can I afford to get rid of them because who's going to do the work? That sort of thing. And it's just a constant cash flow stuff. Okay, so this client comes in this week and this client comes in that week, and so that'll cover the payroll for this week, and it's like a shell game of money. I've been there. I know what it's like. But there's one thing that I feel that can help, and that's just going to be getting more customers. If you can get more customers, your business can thrive. There's really nothing else that will do it. Because it fixes a lot of things, right? If you have more customers, that obviously means you have more cash. You're less worried about payroll. You can raise your prices. If you've got more customers than you can handle, you can raise your prices. You can choose better jobs. And you can hire people to take some of that workload off of you, or to hire better people. And in the end, your company is just more profitable, it's worth more, and it's really going to lower your stress. Having a successful business is way better than having a business that struggles. Ask me how I know. So you probably wondered, what's the best way to add customers today? You probably had 5 emails today or phone calls I'll get, customers for you for SEO, or, how can I use AI? Because AI is all the rage and in the news today. Maybe you've considered buying leads from Home Advisors or Angie's or something like that. And in my opinion, the literal best way to get business today is in the maps. There's really nothing else like it. And you can kind of tell based on the prominence that Google gives it. So if you look up here, this is a normal Google search, plumbers in Chicago, right? So this red up here, these businesses, these Google guaranteed, those are LSA ads. They are paying for those ads. So every time someone clicks or calls, they're paying Google for that to happen. This yellow, this is an ad, so same sort of thing, not the same as LSA, but it is paid. And then this is the money, where the 3-pack. But that's the difficult part of it, right? Is there's only 3. If you're not one of those top 3, it's really hard to get any business. So it's really competitive. In a city like Chicago, there may be 300 or 400 plumbers, and yet 3 show up on that pack. So you can imagine, as I'm sure in your own business you're seeing it happen, right? And then you've got a big website like Angie's and Forbes and things like that. So the old way of doing SEO, and to be honest, I've done SEO since 2007, and that's kind of my bread and butter. But I've had to realize where it's at now, and what does it matter if I get you to number 1 at Google, because you are nowhere here. They're going to have to scroll down 3 times down the page just to find the number 1 website. So all that money is coming in the map pack. So this is an example of a client that we had. They started off with literally only their shop showed up on the maps. And then after a couple months, we had them ranking all over the place, including in some high dollar neighborhoods. So I've run businesses before. I've had a pretty large computer repair company that I ran for 5 years and before I sold it off. So if I were to do business today, what I would be doing is I would make sure I have a good website with a clear call to action. You definitely want to, that's what Google looks for, that's what your clients look for. Give them a reason to buy. The more you ask them to buy something, the more likely they will. Make sure you have a stellar reputation online, not just on Google, but on the other sites like Yelp and things like that, even though, to be honest, they're a little bit extortionary, but it is what it is, and that's what we have to do today. And then finally, I would just do everything I had to do to get in the 3-pack, because that's where the money is. So that's what I would recommend today. If you're interested, if you want to know more, just contact me below. I've given you some information about how to contact me. And like I said, do what you got to do to be on the 3-pack. There's plenty of informational videos on YouTube on how to do it. You can do it yourself. It's not tremendously complicated. It's a fair amount of work, to be honest. Many companies today, you're talking in the hundreds of hours of work to get it done correctly, which is where we come in. But like I said, there are videos online that will teach you how to do it. So anyway, hope everything goes well with you. Take care.